All right, so we're diving into fitness today.
Yes.
You sent over some really interesting articles. It looks like excerpts from WebMD and Healthline,
Right.
both from 2025, so pretty recent.
Cutting edge stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's great that you're really
Yeah.
looking into this stuff because it seems like there's always something new with fitness.
Absolutely. It's a constantly evolving field.
Like, for instance, did you know there's this walking workout called the 666?
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, and it's like
gotten popular.
it's everywhere all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Plus, one of the articles was talking about daily walks
Okay.
adding like over a decade to your life.
Wow.
Yeah. So, pretty crazy stuff.
That's a big claim.
Yeah. But maybe before we get to all that,
Sure.
we should take a step back and
Yeah.
just address the basics.
Okay.
Why is exercise important in the first place?
Well, that's a great place to start.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, really is the foundation of...
Right. Everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
And the Healthline article goes into some detail about this.
Yeah.
And it's not just about,
Okay.
looking good or fitting into your clothes.
All right.
It's about preventing serious diseases.
Right.
Boosting your mood,
Okay.
sleeping better. It's really an investment
Right.
in your overall well-being.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I get kind of overwhelmed by thinking about, like, where to even begin, Should I be hitting the gym every day?
Right.
Should I be running marathons?
Yeah.
Like, what's realistic?
Well, and both articles actually talk about setting achievable goals.
Okay.
And Healthline specifically mentions
Okay.
these SMART goals.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard of those.
Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound.
Okay, so, like, instead of just saying, I want to work out more,
Right, exactly.
it's more like, I'm going to strength train.
Exactly. For 30 minutes twice a week.
There you go.
Yeah, and they gave this really cool example of
Yeah.
just finding 2 days a week
Oh, yeah?
to kind of boost your workout time
Yeah,
instead of like
yeah.
overhauling your whole routine.
Totally. It's much more manageable.
Yeah, it feels way more doable.
Yeah, it's about making fitness
Right.
a sustainable part of your life.
Yeah.
Not just some temporary fix.
Yeah.
It's interesting because both articles
Okay.
seem to be moving away from that
Yeah.
no pain, no gain kind of mentality. It's like you're really focusing on
Right.
making exercise enjoyable and accessible.
Well, and speaking of accessible,
Yeah.
they both talk about walking.
Yeah.
Good old-fashioned walk. And the
Yeah.
CDC recommendation
Yeah.
of 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah, 10,000 steps a day.
But, I was reading that they're
Yeah.
both careful to say it's like...
It's a guideline, not a hard and fast rule.
Right.
What's interesting is that research is
Yeah.
increasingly showing the benefits of walking,
Okay.
even if you don't hit that magic number.
Oh, wow.
So it's more about just increasing
Yeah.
your overall activity level
Got it.
throughout the day,
Okay.
just moving more.
And get this.
Yeah.
The Healthline article claims
Okay.
that daily walks could add up to 11 years
Wow.
to your lifespan.
That's incredible.
That's some serious motivation.
It really is.
Yeah, to get moving.
Yeah, it highlights how much of an impact
Yeah.
even moderate exercise can have
Right.
on our health and longevity.
But of course, walking isn't the only
Why it's not?
type of exercise.
Yeah.
So WebMD specifically mentions aerobic exercise,
Okay.
strength training, and yoga.
Right. So we've got a good mix there.
Yeah.
And each one has its own unique benefits.
Okay.
And the ideal mix for you will depend on your goals and preferences.
Yeah.
So, for instance, aerobic exercise, like running or swimming, is fantastic for cardiovascular health.
Okay.
Get your heart rate up,
Yeah.
improve your lung capacity.
Strength training, on the other hand.
Yeah. Strength training focuses on building muscle,
Okay.
increasing metabolism.
And then yoga, of course, is amazing for flexibility.
Yes, yoga is wonderful for flexibility.
And are there other benefits to yoga?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yoga helps with stress reduction,
Okay.
improves balance, and can even
Wow.
be beneficial for managing pain.
Okay.
So the article seemed to suggest that
Yeah.
the best approach is to find a mix
Yeah.
of activities that you enjoy
Okay.
and that fit into your lifestyle.
So it sounds like it's not necessarily about finding the perfect workout,
It's not about
more about finding something that works
Yeah.
for you
finding what you'll stick with.
and what you'll actually stick with.
Exactly. Consistency is key, right?
Right.
Which brings us back to
Yeah.
that 6-6 walking workout
Oh, yeah.
you mentioned earlier.
It's interesting how that's gotten so trendy.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it just feels manageable,
Yeah.
even for those who are new to exercise.
Right.
It's not intimidating.
Yeah. Okay, so we've kind of gone over the basics, why exercise is important.
Yeah.
Setting realistic goals.
Right.
Exploring different types of activities, including the 6-6-6. Is there anything else we should touch on?
You know, I think both articles emphasize something really important.
Yeah.
That often gets overlooked.
Okay.
Listening to your body.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion every time you exercise.
Right.
It's about respecting your limits, paying attention to how you feel, and gradually increasing your intensity over time.
Yeah. That's such good advice because it's easy to get caught up in that go hard or go home mentality.
It really is.
Yeah.
But it's about making fitness a sustainable and enjoyable part of your life.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a great place to wrap up this part of the deep dive.
Okay.
We've laid a solid foundation.
Yeah, I think so.
And now it's time to delve into some of the more nuanced aspects of fitness.
Cool. Sounds good. Welcome back to the deep dive. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling inspired to get moving.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's amazing how just a little knowledge can spark that motivation.
Right.
Speaking of knowledge, both of these articles spend a lot of time talking about debunking some common fitness myths.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good reminder that not everything you hear at the gym or read online is necessarily true.
Oh, totally. I've definitely fallen for some of those myths before.
Like what, for example?
Oh, like for the longest time, I thought I had to be like sweating buckets for a workout to be effective.
Right? That's a classic one.
Yeah.
And the articles make it clear that while sweating can be a byproduct of exertion, it's not the only indicator of a workout's effectiveness.
Okay.
You can have a really challenging, beneficial workout without ending up drenched.
Oh, okay.
Think about Pilates, for example.
Oh, yeah.
It's low impact, focuses on core strength and flexibility, and it can be incredibly effective, even if you don't break a major sweat.
And that makes me feel so much better.
Really?
Yeah, about all those Pilates classes where I like barely broke a sweat. I was always wondering if I was like doing something wrong.
It's not about the sweat. It's about engaging the right muscles, challenging your body in the right ways, and consistency over time.
Gotcha.
Speaking of myths, I know another one that comes up a lot, especially among women, is this idea that lifting weights will make you bulky.
I've definitely heard that one.
It's like strength training has become this taboo subject for women.
Yeah, but these articles seem to suggest that that's just a myth.
It is a myth. It needs to be busted.
Yeah.
And they go into the science a bit.
Okay.
Women generally have lower levels of testosterone compared to men, which is a key hormone for muscle growth.
Right.
So while strength training is absolutely beneficial for women, in fact, it's crucial for maintaining bone density as we age, it's unlikely to lead to that bulky physique that many women fear.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
It seems like strength training has so many benefits.
It does.
And it's kind of a shame that this myth prevents so many women from reaping those benefits.
That's the same.
Okay, so what are some other common fitness myths that these articles debunked?
Well, one that stood out to me was this idea that crunches are the key to a flat stomach.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, we all want those sculpted abs.
Right.
But the articles are very clear.
Okay.
Spot reduction is a myth.
Oh, so you're saying
you can't target fat loss from specific areas by doing endless crunches or any other isolated exercise.
So you can't just crunch your way to a six-pack.
I wish it were that easy.
Yeah.
But to reduce overall body fat, you need a combination of healthy eating, cardio, and yes, strength training.
Oh, okay.
And while crunches alone won't magically melt away belly fat, building strong abdominal muscles through exercises like planks and other core work is still important for stability and posture.
So it's more about a holistic approach, not just focusing on like one specific area.
It's about the big picture.
Yeah. It's interesting you mentioned healthy eating because both articles emphasize the connection between fitness and nutrition.
It's that old adage.
Right.
You can't out-exercise a bad diet.
Yeah.
The articles aren't suggesting you need to follow a restrictive diet, but they do highlight the importance of fueling your body with the right nutrients.
To support your workout.
To support your workouts and recovery.
And WebMD actually goes into a lot of detail about choosing the right foods.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
They mention lean proteins.
Okay.
Like chicken, fish, beans, complex carbohydrates like whole grains and fruits, and healthy fats like avocados and nuts.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm always curious about supplements.
Yeah.
The articles touched on those a bit.
They do.
Are those necessary for everyone or just...
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a question best answered by a healthcare professional.
Okay.
As individual needs can vary so widely.
Right.
But I think the key takeaway here is that supplements should complement a healthy diet.
Okay, replace it.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's easy to get caught up in the marketing hype.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
But supplements aren't magic bullets.
Right.
You know, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. And it's fascinating to see how the conversation around fitness is evolving.
Yeah.
It's becoming less about striving for some unattainable ideal.
Right.
And more about finding what works for you, listening to your body, and creating a sustainable approach to health and well-being.
Yeah, it's really about the long game.
It is
not just chasing like fixes or trends.
Right. It's about building healthy habits that will last a lifetime.
I think that's a perfect segue into the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Where we'll kind of wrap things up with some key takeaways and hopefully leave you feeling inspired to take action.
I like it.
Okay, welcome back to the final part in our fitness deep dive.
I'm excited to wrap things up.
Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like we've unpacked a lot of great information.
We have.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much we've covered.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty energized.
Me too. I feel like knowledge can be so empowering.
Yeah, especially when it's about our health.
Absolutely. It's like we've given you a toolkit to navigate the world of fitness with more confidence and clarity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so before we wrap up, let's just recap some of the key takeaways from our exploration.
Sounds good.
So first and foremost, we established that exercise is truly a cornerstone of overall well-being.
It really is.
It's not just about aesthetics.
Right.
It's about reducing your risk of chronic diseases.
Exactly.
Improving your mood.
Yes.
Boosting your energy levels. And even sharpening your cognitive function.
That's right. It's good for your brain. Yeah. And then we talked about how important it is to set realistic, achievable goals.
Right.
Instead of being overwhelmed by trying to, you know, be a fitness superstar.
Right.
It's about making gradual, sustainable changes that fit into your lifestyle.
It's about making it a part of your life.
Yeah.
Not something you dread.
Exactly. And the articles really emphasize that shift away from the all or nothing mentality.
Yeah.
It's more about a balanced and personalized approach to fitness.
Absolutely. Finding activities you enjoy.
Yeah, like
dancing, swimming, hiking.
Yeah.
Or simply incorporating more walking into your daily routine.
Right. Speaking of walking, I'm still blown away by that statistic about daily walks. Potentially adding 11 years to your lifespan.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's huge.
It is.
It's a really powerful reminder that even moderate exercise can have a profound impact on our health.
And longevity.
Yes.
And, you know, we talked about how important it is to listen to your body.
Right.
Respecting your limits and gradually increasing your intensity over time.
Exactly.
To avoid burnout or injury.
You don't want to overdo it.
Right.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
And then we tackled some of those pervasive fitness myths.
Oh, yeah, those myths.
That often hold people back.
Yeah.
Like, remember how we debunked the idea that you have to sweat buckets for a workout to be effective?
It's not about the sweat.
Or that lifting weights will make women bulky.
That one's got to go.
Yeah. It's crazy how much misinformation is out there.
It really is.
And it's not just about debunking the myths.
No.
It's about empowering you to critically evaluate the information you come across.
You got to think for yourself.
Yeah. And make informed decisions about your own fitness journey.
And we can't forget about nutrition. Oh, right. Nutrition.
It plays a crucial role.
Huge role.
In supporting your fitness goals.
Yeah, it's not about depriving yourself or following some restrictive diet.
Yeah.
It's about making healthy, sustainable choices that fuel your body and help you recover from your workouts.
It's about viewing food as fuel.
Yeah.
Not as a reward or punishment.
Right.
And remembering that those small everyday choices can have a huge impact on your overall health.
So as we conclude this deep dive,
I
want to leave you with this thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
As you move forward on your fitness journey, remember that it's not about perfection.
It's not about being perfect.
It's about progress, consistency, and finding joy in the process.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's about celebrating those small victories along the way.
Absolutely.
Honoring your body and making choices that align with your values and goals.
Your health is an investment.
It is.
It's not an expense.
Beautifully said.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
On this deep dive into the world of fitness.
It's been fun.
Yeah, we hope you gained some valuable insights.
Yeah, I hope so.
And most importantly, a renewed sense of motivation.
That's what it's all about.
To prioritize your health and well-being.
Absolutely.
So until next time, keep moving, keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep striving for your best self.
I like it.